Actually, I don't think I need an in-game leader on this team.
Don't worry, we will come back to that later in the video. Dupreeh is announced as the new 5th player of the legendary team Heroic. But what was supposed to be a massive signing in the CS world and a hype match have been shadowed by some massive issues facing Heroic. So today I will break down Heroic's first match with Dupreeh, as well as explaining the issue plaguing Heroic right now. Heroic are on pistol after losing the pistol round, and I went for a full-on B stack, something that is rarely done since you have to straight up guess where the enemy can come from, and it's not ideal, since if Aurora goes A, Heroic will have no impact with the eco and can't really get anything. So they're gambling here on what Aurora will do. While Aurora is sending 4 players B. Wait, 4 players going towards a B stack? Okay. Whenever you are versus a worse spy, take map control. It's fine to lose 1 player alone on A as long as he can get information of where the enemy is. So seeing 4 players on B and no one on A is a big red flag. And Aurora with some good flashes are going out. Like they have not cleared anything before this. Please don't do this. Let me show you why. Heroic have 2 players backside as a bait, where one is boosted up here since you can't get up here anymore alone. But Heroic then have had the last 3 players under apps, so when Aurora jumps out, they will focus backside and are not ready for the 3 USPS under apps and jail. And here out of the blue it's a 1v3, after Heroic's pistol are able to kill 4 players for 2 trades. But we forgot this whole round to talk about the short player, who by far have been slow to get to B, since when going mid solo, you have to check everything, and I mean everything. And here you can see the issue with Heroic setup. They're all 3 players spaced too far apart of each other, as well as some of them trying to hide and some of them trying to fight. And here the short player is able to get 1 kill on the player on the balcony, and this has split the short and car player apart from each other. And here, as long as Heroic double swing, it should be fight. And they don't. Shoes has to fight alone, while the car player flashes, and here Heroic unintentionally sets up 2 1v1s, and Aurora takes the second round. So close. Wait, no. The car player is able to get backside, and this allows him to play a more random spot here. And Kenzie guessing wrong, and here Heroic, with only pistol, steals the round away. And it's all thanks to a great gamble, and then a great setup so they could trade each other. Well done.
Yeah, if you keep your eyes on Twitter, I'll keep my eyes on Twitch chat, and we've got it all covered here. There's nothing's going to slip past us. Good, Mac 10 kill to begin with. Dupreeh's going to be the one to go down. They did stack the bomb side quite a bit. The USPs and even the P250 on the inside doing a bit of damage now. This is starting to get a little bit worrisome. The Mac 10's been picked up here. Good long range. That's going to be a winnable fight, although they have an AK back there as well. Shush is going to be going down, and Chrisen 1 versus 1 against Kenzie. He knows where he is. He's got him trapped in that back corner. Gotta be careful you don't give it all up. Aurora, you have to win this round. This is could have been easy, but Chrisen, wide swing, quad kill for him, and Heroic will steal the round instead.
So now it's Aurora's turn to be on the weaker buy, and here goes for an interesting stack. They're sending 4 players underground just to hold for an Heroic player peeking, and then bomb alone in apps. This is a meme strat. The goal is for the 4 players under to take away attention of Heroic, maybe even get a kill, to make them leave A site, so the player in apps can peek out and get the bomb planted. That's the only goal of this round. Heroic are set up with 2 on A, 1 middle who plays 1 connector, and 2 on B, 1 short, 1 apps. So after a minute, Heroic gets scared since they need to know what Aurora is thinking and doing. And here I have 1 player clearing out apps, and oh boy does he get hit in the face. A nice off angle allows Selter to find the first kill of the round, but the bomb have been spotted. And this is the issue, since now the whole idea of having him plant on an empty site will not work anymore. So he leaves solo with the bomb, while the rest of his team have worked up the courage to do a B site execute. And that is a perfect call, since Heroic have spotted the bomb on A. This have made the short players start to take mid control, so Heroic can group up and get ready for an A execute. Only problem is that Aurora is not even going A, but getting ready to do a full on B contact play. And here Teslas get dinged low, and Aurora is able to take site with 4 pistols, and Heroic are on the back foot. And let's circle back to middle. The bomb is still top mid, and here Heroic, who tried taking it, had to fall back since the B side player died. And this allows the bomb to safely get to apps. Only problem is that the bomb is so far away, so to even get to the site before his whole team die will be a challenge itself. A great boost allows Dupreeh to get up and get a nice kill on the apps player peeking into him. And Lack 1 who peeked knew a player was boosted since the bomb is coming from apps. And as the caster asked,
it's a classic, but once they know that it's in effect, I don't know why they're peeking it.
Why is he peeking? Well, he knew a player was boosted, and since the bomb is coming from apps, he kinda have to fight to try and get Dupreeh off the boost, and to make it easier for the bomb to cross the site and get the plant. But here Heroic have no clue, and the bomb can jump across without being spotted, since Dupreeh is focusing the short player who showed himself. Great awareness of him. Aurora finds 1 more player, and this one is a lock. Only problem are the guns, and Heroic knows this, with having 1 player going behind in apps, and one waiting on short to make contact. If Heroic can kill the bench player since you have the M4, they should be able to win this retake even though it's a 2v4. And Heroic cleans up 3 players, with first winning the 1v1 against the bench player and then 2 peeking from site making it into a 1v1. And here with low time, it's all about staying alive. And shoot, Celtor was not able to and Heroic wins the round. If the bomb was planted faster, Heroic would have lost this, so what a retake.
They definitely knew, Lackey. That is probably not necessary. The only downside here, Henry, is the bomb is only now making its way there. If they could have the bomb
they were going
instantly
for the old bait and switch. They thought we'll go towards B and then we'll go planting towards A. Now they've got those 2 kills. They had to scramble back, but still Latic has found the 3rd kill. They are still in the driving seat. Bear in mind, this was another full eco round. I think Lackey's the only player that invested anything with a Desert Eagle, but still the round's not over. Dupreeh pulls one back. And there's a flank coming in from the apartments as well. So they've got their work cut out for them. There's certainly possible here, giving them a couple of opportunities. And oh no, it's just going to be 1 player remaining. But what a player it is. Celta just needs to stay alive now as long as possible. Try and deny the defuse. And there it is, the shot from Dupreeh. He hasn't got the kip.
This is a round of takes, so let me explain. Aurora starts by throwing a fake mid-take with 2 smokes going window and short, and then a nade and a molotov for connector. And then sending 1 player top middle and then 3 players on A, and 1 coming towards apps. But the mid-take have forced Aurora to stay 3 players towards middle since they have no idea what is even happening in middle. And this allows Aurora to go for a fast A execute. And these executes have to be fast enough, so Heroic will only have 1 player left on site when you go out. And here they smoke off jungle and connector using these 2 smokes so they can clear out stairs and CT. Shoes is forced to smoke himself off, and here using the smoke is able to go to site and get 1 kill from Palace. And Heroic are in the driver's seat. But stop, this is all fake. And as we can see, Aurora is sending 3 players back to B, which right now is completely open with only 1 player stuck in market just waiting for confirmation from his team if it's really A or not. And the A cell is great, but Heroic have understood it's a fake, when they know they're only fighting Lack 1 solo on A. And here the player market have been able to get back site, and here have to stay alive or kill 2 players, but can only get a 1-for-1 trade. And that's never ideal for the CT versus the T, since you focus killing the player jumping down car and can't kill him fast enough to be ready for the player swinging backside. And in the retake, Heroic just runs him over to secure round 8.
Lackey nearly getting the spray, but he can't get the kill. And they will get the trade on Tessus, but still, even in spite of everything that they sold here, this is a hard round to win if you're on the T side. I appreciate the attempt here. They definitely made a great effort, but they probably needed a kill at the A bomb site, and they need to get rid of Tessus without losing anyone. Then they would have been in a really winning position. Now, it's going to be a battle.
I think they can still do this, Anders. With this AWP in position, that shot had to connect, to be honest with you. Maybe their chances are limited at this point. It would take something remarkable at this point. Attic unable to deliver the goods. Unfortunately, will be Heroic tying things up. A pretty convincing victory there as well.
But some of you intellectual folks and viewers have understood and noticed Heroic are missing 3 key players, Yabbi, stavn and cadiaN. So let me give you an explanation to all of this. About a week or 2 ago, Heroic announced the random benching of cadiaN. Longtime IGL out of the blue. And there were no other reason to this other than the classic team wanted a different direction. But then 25th of October, Heroic posted this tweet. According to them, both Yabbi and stavn had pressured the team to drop cadiaN. In return, they would sign new contracts, but by this tweet we can see Heroic have been played and now are forcing both Yabbi and stavn to the bench after they lied about this. And as we know, Yabbi and stavn's contract lasts for 10 more months. So they're gonna sit on the bench and be paid for 10 months, or Heroic have to force sell them off for penny on the dollar. And here we can go into the whole controversy and conspiracy of Astralis versus Heroic. Astralis is and will forever be the biggest Danish CS team. They have done a lot to make sure Heroic loses. Like they ruined the FPX deal for Heroic by signing Essetag. Then they got Hun to leak strat to them from Heroic, and now they convinced Yabbi and stavn to join and ruin the team in the process. And as Don Hachi said the best, Heroic have no money, no star IGL, and are missing 2 star players. What are they doing? Well, let's get back to the breakdown. Sorry for skipping the last 7 rounds, but most of them are the same. So let's just show you Heroic action from the T side. The side Dupreeh should be an expert on. Aurora are going 2 players in middle, who are going for this fun boost to get a nice headshot angle and an off angle to cat. While then having 3 players go A with quite an aggressive setup with 1 buying triple and 2 going close ramp and palace, while Heroic are going 3 players palace and then 2 in middle. The goal is for an A split from Con and palace, so let's see how this will end. Shoes loses his life to the boost, and this was expected, but for Letic, or I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, to then re-peak, it was not expected, and Tessus can trade back fast. And this is the problem, since the player under will now have to either run away, going underground to apps, that would be too risky. And then wide swinging into Tessus will as well lead to problem, since by then Tessus can have gone up cat and kill a triple player, or just repositioned, so Aurora is in trouble. So Aurora need to take map control, and here with 2 USPS they decide to push Palace since they have not heard anything in ramp, and when sitting top Palace or under Palace, if they lose connector they are doomed, so they decide to take Palace control. And this in hindsight is dumb, since Aurora got 3 players there with guns and all, but Aurora again are able to steal 1 kill away before cadiaN can trade back, and now the game is on. But Aurora only have pistols, so how do they win this? Seltor starts with the smoke to smoke off Palace and force Heroic back, or in a worse scenario where they have to run out of a smoke, and then sending Norvi to play close ramp, since the P250 shines in these positions. And Norvi is pushing through ramp, is able to hear the Palace player going back and can get 1 more kill. And just look now how ready cadiaN is when peeking here. And now it's officially on, with Aurora being up 3v2. And Tessus can't trade back. Let's see this from his POV to understand why. There are no excuse here. How didn't he trade that? But after all of this, Dupreeh stays Palace, and this nets him Seltor, who tries to get a gun to be more ready, and Heroic are slowly bringing this back. But we see another issue. All of this is happening, why are Aurora this split up? And when Heroic goes for the side tech, Norvi have to get 1 kill from this rat position, and here Tessus I'm not checking, but good guy Dupreeh is holding it to stop Aurora amazing play. And Norvi can't kill the players in the 1v2, and can't win the fight against Dupreeh, and Dupreeh gets his 3rd kill and none of the Aurora players can save.
They don't know about it. What a headshot. And he is back straight away. That is really nicely done.
Yeah, they didn't invest much into this round at all, and they found themselves a 2-on-2 scenario. The problem is there's so much time on the clock, Anders, but Kenzie, he's read this one very well. If he can just get himself a prime spot here, they do rotate over towards B, he wins the round, hands down. They're going to pump the brakes. They're going to bide their time, assess their options. Dupreeh and Tessus with a couple of flashes, a couple of mollies and 1 HE. Need to see if they can find Norway. He's put himself in an interesting spot as well. He's only got the P250, no Kevlar, so he's just trying to find a one and done out of this. If he can just deny the plan and just take 1 player down with him, at least give Kenzie a fighting chance going forward.
Yeah, but this might be a hard position to check. You can see Tess sort of thinking about it. Gonna throw 1 deep grenade, like you said. 1 kill is all he needs. There's nobody. Oh, there's the sneak in, and he's gonna get down. Dupreeh could see him. He had the chance.
This round starts off normal, with Heroic going 2 players middle, 1 A and 2 apps, while Aurora sending 2 players A, 2 middle, and then the last on B. Here Heroic misses the window smoke, while Aurora misses the con smoke, so in middle there are a bunch of failures. But how have Aurora missed it? Because if you're just looking at it, it might not look like a miss. So let me explain. Heroic are boosting the AWP in top middle, and this gives him an opening to hold the smoke to make sure Aurora can't cross to middle, since Aurora's player wants to use the smoke to get to the catwalk, to be allowed to walk up middle safely and peek. cadiaN finds the first kill. While this is happening, usually you want to take middle then, but here the Heroic player who went underground can see there is a missed smoke for window, and it's why Heroic is not peeking. Dupreeh knows one of the Aurora players have to try to get a kill back and start to take apps control, only to be met by Dupreeh's off angle giving him 1 more free kill, since he just walked into his crosshair. Tess is allowed to walk up to con and walk to A site, and I love Heroic setup, where they are still split up with Dupreeh cleaning house in apps, 1 player middle to help both site players and 1 player on ramp, and Tessus strikes gold, finding the perfect timing to kill the under Palace player, and here Heroic takes a round.
Got plenty of time still left him, you know.
At least a year, right.
At least a year.
1 more year.
And if not, I'm sure they have, you know, medicine to make things better. There's always something. Tessus will get the last one. No medicine's going to be able to help Seltor in that one. It will be, you know, 5 in a row now for Heroic as they're up to 11-8. They're running away with this game, and obviously...
And that's it. That's how the new Heroic are doing. The future for this team will be interesting to say at least. But for now, all I hope is that they can find some new Danish players. This could be the best time ever to take a chance on some up-and-coming Danish talents. And as we all know, Denmark have quite a few of them. Thank you for watching, and here are 2 videos YouTube told me you would like.